drive hums, we're heading out, hear the battle drums. Carrier drops in these war-torn grounds, the sky is filled with a deafening sound. Loadouts checked, our nerves are tight, it's chaos out there, but we're ready to fight. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder, canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few, is this fight too much for us to break through? We're lost in the fray. Canopy's gone as the swarm comes to play. Heal the well, systems start to fail. They're closing in fast, their strength prevails. Too many to count, and far too strong. This might be the end, we may not have long. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through? We look to each other, we know what to do. Training kicks in, we form our ranks. Together we stand, there's no turning back. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through?
Greetings, commanders, and glory to mankind. Here we are, kind of like back streaming with some new gear, by the way. And I'm gonna ask for your help in making sure everything is properly calibrated, since I'm pretty sure, or reasonably confident, that not everything is like properly calibrated from the get-go. We have some background music. You tell me like what the feeling is. We have like our browser here with the latest community goal, like announced by us players for once, for October 11, about mining goids, not roids. And part of what we're going to do today is work on an AX build of the Type 11, which is coming on Monday, that is going to be designed to be a Hydra solo fighter, and that will be something that requires some engineering. We'll also have a commander who's going to be joining us for some live coaching. Commander Dankus Phantom should be joining us in a few minutes, probably here. And yeah, that's what we're gonna be rolling with. Let me see if I got my chat sorted up. Looks like it. All right, and let's pull this down in terms of the browser. Let's have the game up. Game doesn't look like it's centered, so we can fix that, hopefully. Transform center. Have to unlock it first. Form center to screen. Fit to screen. Doesn't look properly fitted to screen. And this looks better. And center it vertically. Enter vertically. All right. So we got our game up and running. Hopefully we can get like some of the chat situation sorted out as well. And all right, we got, I think, YouTube running, hopefully like at a decent quality. And let's see, the Twitch stream is also up and running. Yep, we got Twitch up and running as well, and this looks also pretty decent. All right, cool. I think we got most of the technical stuff sorted out. Again, guys, keep me honest and let me know if there's anything with regards to the background music volume and the game volume and my own microphone volume and how you feel about all of that. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna switch to, well, what should we switch to? So where are we down here? Are we in the down the Pleiades cold 369 sector? What am I doing here? Why am I down here? Let's see if we can move. Oh, we were following the Orion, and that's what was going on. Yeah, I don't particularly care for these. System don't particularly care for these. We have a few weekly payments. All right, sorted. All right, Tarif disable my prismatic shields with his command, and so what I'm gonna do is probably pull up my dolphin if I have my dolphin here. Check it. I don't. But the Mandy's fine. It's like my taxi ship. But let's see where we want to head. That works, yes. I was trying to see like where. Oh, there. Okay, that still works. And the horizontal chat is also working. Okay, good. Let's actually get these sort of now playing to pull up, which I haven't done. Gosh, my streaming setup is getting really complicated. Like, which means there's just a little bit of stuff to get it going. All right, we got Snip up and running. So now we got the now playing up and running as well. All right, so we are somewhere in the area of like the event. This is like where the two ships are supposed to rendezvous. But I mean, do we need to kind of go anywhere else with a carry? We can just leave a carry here and just head out with our Mandalay. And we're talking about in a minute as to what I have conjured in terms of build for this little exercise. Off we go. So we're heading to Shindez, as that is often the destination for building things. How far is this? 6 jumps from Shindez. Where am I in the galaxy? It takes 6 jumps from Amanda to get to Shindez. Okay. I guess that's where we are. All right, off we go. So the goal is to gather all the modules that cannot be remotely engineered and to ship them down to a Pleiades, so that when the Type 11 releases, we can deploy in the Pleiades and kind of immediately have pretty much a combat-capable ship. Now, and I was kind of like playing around it on my phone. I have like a note on my phone about like how I was planning to build this Mandalay. Sorry, not this Mandalay, this Type 11. Which is weird because, as you know, the Type 11 has a number of restricted slots which make it awkward to build, to say the least. But I think what I'm gonna go with is 1 medium and 3 small Gauss cannons, which is actually undergunned for a Class 7 power distributor, but you don't really have any options to put anything more there. So that's what it's going to be. It does mean that you sacrifice the ability to use flak, but we can live with that. And the ability to use a thermal vent beam laser, but we can live with that too. So 1 medium and 3 small Gauss is what it's going to be as far as its primary armament. And then the question is, what do we do with all the mining dedicated hardpoints? And my current thinking is to really do nothing with them, just leave them empty, because I thought about using mining lances for whittling down the shield during the shield phase, but mining lances only have like an effective range of like slightly a kilometer or kilometer and change at best, which doesn't really make it useful. I think the maximum fall off is 2 kilometers. The maximum range is 2 kilometers, and the fall off is like just a few hundred meters. So mining lances effectively suck at doing anything. And regular mining lasers are even worse. Like they have like a few hundred meters range, and that just doesn't work in AX combat. So chances are we are not going to use those slots at all. Now the question is, does it make sense to use the sort of like new large repeater gun that was introduced with a Type 11? And I actually don't know off the top of my head what the maximum range of that weapon is, so I don't know if it'd be useful for use against shields. Maybe somebody here kind of knows, but my hunch is no. So chances are we're just gonna fly this as like a chunky 1 medium 3 small Gauss boat, and see how it handles at that, which is probably poorly, but it should work. We've done Hydra and worse than that, so it should work. And additional comms. All right. Do jump this into S. Welcome to the stream, Tyrese, by the way. Welcome to the stream, everybody who just joined. And as I mentioned earlier, Commanders, the not hearing the music on YouTube. Okay, let's see what's going on with that. Oh, I know what's going on with that. Like one of the issues, or the things that need to be sorted out here. Sound, audio, Spotify music. Hey, just Greg, welcome to the stream. Alright, I think we should now have the music. Let's see. Looks good now. Tell me if the volume is good, but I think overall, music should have arrived. Cool. See where Dankest Phantom is. And we are in Shindes. Alright, this should be Dankest Phantom. Alright, we approve that. Get him on the line. That's great, Greg. It's going to be, by the way, a beginner-friendly event, so great to have you, and good timing to sort of like start with some of the AX stuff. Coming in a little hot here. Isn't very hot. Let's get Commander Dankest Phantom on the line. Oh, hello. Going good, but I have this misconfigured as well, so give me a second. All right. There we go. I think we should be able to hear you. Give us a voice mic check.
Mic check.
All right, loud and clear. We got Dankus Phantom online. I am about to dock at Shindad's, and as soon as I'm docked, I can switch to your stream. If you want to stream in Discord, I will pull it up on the main stream so people can also see what we're talking about.
Okay. Gonna be.
So Commander Dankus Phantom is training for something that's never been done before, which is taking down a Hydra and a Cobra Mark IV, which is an incredible difficult feat. And I've committed to helping him through a process. He's using dual joysticks, is that right?
Yeah, OSS.
OSS, yeah. And he's kind of made a number of changes to like his dual holes arrangement, so he's working on it. All right. And
don't laugh too hard.
No, there's no laughing involved with people who are kind of like I honestly was wondering how long it was going to take to see a T11 Hydra Killer from anyone. Well, I mean, like people were. I mean, I wasn't going for like the first Panther kill in the first Hydra kill in a Panther. Like I'm happy Muku did that one, although I was more interested in like in the very odd 1,000 ton of cargo battle I did instead. This one I might try and go for the first one. I actually don't know if Rayman did it in the test server, but I know he usually goes for it and usually tries it. Maybe somebody here knows. I don't. I see you're in a
Mandalay, remember him doing it. Yeah, I'm in a rail Mandalay right now. I can switch to something else if you'd like to. It don't matter.
Like whatever you want to run with. Okay, let me just.
I'm just running Gauss, and I am not very good at it yet.
Yeah, it's like gotta start somewhere. So let me pull down this game. Hold on 1 second. Elite Dangerous down. All right. Now let me pull up Discord and screen if I can manage to do that. Discord audio, gameplay and browser. I gotta add window capture, I think. Discord stream.
Especially after switching my controls, but I was doing decent last night, and then I'm getting up to this more today. It's been a little rough for some reason.
I think we got it. I think we also covered like everything with it, so I'm gonna just move it to the right order of things. There we are. Alright, we have your screen on screen. Let me see if I can crop it so it looks decent. Crop. Path. It's like 100. More than 100. Like way more than 100. 300. 360. 390. There we go. Top. 30. 80. 60. 50. 60. Alright. Right, 0 and bottom a good chunk. Like 400. More. 600. 800. 800. Alright, I think I broadly got it. I just need to make it the right size. Fit to screen. There we go. Alright. Still working on some details. I think we probably got this.
Let me just go find a Cyclops or something again.
Yeah, whatever you find, man.
Okay.
You feel like fighting. struggling to
Oh.
make this the right size, but
All the people
yeah,
really
yeah,
good at
eventually.
Gauss gonna be upset. But get there eventually.
There we go. I'll put it here. This is the best I can really do. Just Greg is asking if we'd recommend the Corsair for bug hunting. Yes, is a short answer. Corsair is the best AX ship there is right now, and the easy mode Corsair is incredibly forgiving and easy to use, as the name suggests. So if you want to get started, that probably is the best ship to get started with right now. The Chieftain will teach you a lot more, but the Chieftain is a hard teacher. It's harder to use because it has fixed weapons, it has fixed Gauss cannons, and the Corsair instead has gimbaled multi cannons, so it's a lot more forgiving.
I was doing Chieftain right before this, and I just switched literally, I don't know, an hour ago.
All right, well, let's see what you are up to. Game, my game.
Guess I'm not getting any guaranteed Cyclopses.
Even if you don't have a guaranteed, like, if you look at left, like if you use the NHSS and look at left, at right side of a scanner, you should be reasonably. You have a pretty good chance of it being a Cyclops Interceptor. Fix my Insta-link as well.
I'm still at the 80% or whatever, the joystick adjustment you had me do. I'm still at 80. I can't get. I'm still a little bouncy, but I can't really get past 80 without not being able to aim. And I'm still iffy at aiming as it is. So
yeah, I mean, look, it's a process. There's
well, there's more than just that too. I know I have sloppy orbit and stuff, so it'll be useful to have you.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Drill sergeant me.
It's the
Scouts.
Yeah. That's why I generally don't use the nav beacon to kind of like. Glad you like it, just Greg. We just released a music album with this music called "Peace for Mankind." I'll put the link in the chat. There you go.
Bunch of paint on there. Probably make that in 4 minutes.
All right, let's roll the dice.
It's gonna be 6 scouts in a row because we're on stream.
It's gonna be what?
It's gonna be 6 scouts in a row because we're on stream.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I generally use the FSS filter trick to kind of like filter those out.
Guess I don't know that trick.
Yeah, and if you Use the, I mean, the easiest, it's so much easier to show you rather than tell you how it works. If in Discord you type slash, I think it's just slash FSS or something like that, it basically explains how the trick works. So that you never roll scouts if you use that mechanism.
Well, I know if there's the 3 states, if it has all 3, it's guaranteed, right? I know that part.
Yeah, there's that, but essentially the signal sources in the full spectrum system scanner are actually in different positions. So the scout instances are more to the left. But anyway, you found your target here. All right, let's see how you roll, man. Let's see how you roll. I'm gonna be quiet and see how you get things started.
That was less than perfect. Did hit it, but
good hit. That was a good shot, man. That was a really good shot. Okay, so a few things. You started very aggressive that fight. In general, if you wait until it finishes the scan and turns away from you, you get 2 or 3 more seconds to begin the fight on your own terms, because it will not deploy the swarm until it has finished turning around and facing you. So you can get like 3 or 4 shots in before the fight otherwise even starts, which helps at the beginning. Also, you were too close when you started the fight. You were kind of in its face, which resulted in, when it started coming at you and boosted, it basically forced you to kind of like, you know, end up being out of range to kind of like not get slapped in the face. You generally want to start the fight at a somewhat sort of more conservative distance, not as close as you started the fight there.
Okay.
Those are probably the 2 things I observed, but your aim was pretty good, man, here. Like, you got more than half of your shots straight on target.
I mean, it's just a Cyclops, but I want to get it perfect before I start going to anything upgrade to make sense. Because if I had a Corsair with mod shards, I did Medusa, and like, I can do a Medusa. Yeah. But I'm trying to get used to Gauss, which I've never used because I could never quite aim.
But I mean, look, especially that shot now that when you were closing range, that was like as good as it gets. Very precise.
I'm having more swarm trouble than usual too. I don't know why. I usually never.
Just keep in mind you have a heart sub-targeted. I don't know if you want to have a heart sub-targeted or not. Like, it's up to you, but I generally will not.
Does it really matter? Does it matter? I didn't know if it did or not. It
doesn't matter that much, but you know, the target. It's not center mass, right? So your beams will not consistently stay on target if it's not center mass, because the gimbals tend to move around somewhat. So
okay,
it's not a big deal, like, of all things. All right, so the shield is down of this thing. Yeah, it's down.
I'm trying to. Let's look at
an orbit insertion.
I made the swarm.
I don't have audio on your stream, so I don't know if you agitated the swarm. But if you agitated the swarm,
I did.
Then the first thing you want to do is reset the swarm. There you go. You boosted at it instead of away from it. This is a dangerous mistake. Like, if the swarm is agitated, you need to treat the swarm as like the biggest threat there is, because the interceptor will never do as much damage as an agitated swarm. So you need to kind of bait it, let it missile away, and then after it has missiled away, while you are safely kind of drifting backwards, once it kind of changes formation to a non-missile formation, you boost straight into it and you reset it.
Okay.
It will shoot missiles at you when it reaches 3 kilometers. That's the missile range. You should be targeting the swarm right now, not the interceptor.
Okay.
Now you can boost through it and reset it. Well.
Wait after the missiles.
Let it, okay. Done. All right. Safely, harmlessly, go boost through it. You can tap FA on if you want to make sure. There you go. All right. So done. You reset the swarm. And let's get an orbit insertion now. Show me how you kind of do an orbit insertion from this position. Well, you never boost you don't need to boost. Don't boost. You boost too much. Like, boost is an emergency.
Okay.
Boost is an emergency. Everything went wrong. I need to get out of here. Especially in an agile ship like the...
Yeah, I have a bad habit from the Crate Mark II.
Yeah, the crate needs to boost, but even the crate doesn't want to boost on insertion. So, like... yeah, so... You're engaged... Or you are engaged, like... But that was really... Disengage. My suggestion is disengage, get some distance, get 5-6 kilometers, and let's do a clean insert. Because that's probably the most important thing, is just boost away. Now you can boost away. Boost away, give it 5-6 kilometers, and let's do a clean insert. Okay. The key thing from what I've seen so far is slow down. Slow down not only the velocity of your ship, which, by the way, yes, slow down the velocity of your ship, but slow down everything you're doing. Like, you're doing everything too fast. You're closing in. You're basically brawling. It's not a brawl. Like, slow down. Get some down thrust, down velocity. You're going 413 meters per second. Your insertion velocity should be between 200 and 250. You're going twice as fast as how fast you want to insert. Like, slow down. Massively. Like, all right, give it some down thrust as you slow down. All right, good. Pop a heatsink now in range. Smooth, nice and smooth. All right, now engage. And look at how easy it is to stay on target if you, well, now you're stalling, keep giving some thrust. But look at how easy it is to stay on target when you insert with that level. Now, you agitated this one, but don't worry, we're just practicing.
Yeah, swarms.
All right.
My old reflex just screwed me up there.
Yeah, it's okay.
And I got too close.
Yeah, use the lightning to kind of like, well, at that point you kind of eat the lightning to kind of like boost it away. But that insert was good. Like, that insert was like smooth, right? And
I was doing better yesterday. I don't know what's, like I said, today I'm having issues.
There are always some better days and some. Look at your aim. It's good. Your fine aim is pretty good here. Like, now you're completely out of range, so you shouldn't waste your shot.
Yeah, I'm too far. Yeah.
All right. So when you get this far and you're not like in the middle of like something, you basically want to get some distance and start over, and basically reinsert like if you were doing it for the first time. Like, there it is.
Installing my orbit. You think my ship's much stronger than this thing is?
Yeah, there you go. Your ship is fine.
I'm not too far again.
Yeah, you're going backwards a lot. You kind of should try and keep some more downright thrust velocity, right? As a general thing. But I think in general, like, you're going too fast. Like, you're going 370 again. You're 100 meters a second over what you should be orbiting as a velocity target, right? Going faster isn't gonna do anything for you other than get you in trouble and result in you having a harder time actually shooting this thing. Like, slow the ship down, slow the velocity down. Like, the more you can stay kind of like stable on target. There you go. Boom. So much easier when it's like slow and smooth, right?
Okay.
I'm glad you like it, Corvus. We were just talking about it. I just posted a link to the music, by the way, here. This was good. Like, but again, practice that insertion, slow and smooth. Especially now that you just took a heart, there's no rush in the world. Post again the link to the music album in the chat. You guys are enjoying it. We are coaching Commander Dankest Phantom. Welcome to the stream, Commander Corvus Corax Never More. All right, the shield is still up, but almost down.
Yeah, almost. And I can turn my sound on after this if you want.
Now you're basically in orbit range, right? You're in a bad position to start the fight. So get some distance. Keep at 5 to 6 kilometers when you're not engaging. Like staying under 3 kilometers when you don't have to just puts you at risk for kind of no reason. Corvus Corax. This was Suno AI, the model version 4.5. Version 5 just came out, but that was after I published this album. All right, now this is again too close to begin an orbit. You're practically, I mean, you technically
turn around and boost out and
turn around, boost out, get to 5 to 6 kilometers. Again, we're practicing. There's no reason not to do it in the sort of like by the book kind of textbook manner. And there's going to be situations where you kind of may need to do it, but like, again, my hunch is like start by being exactly where you want it. I mean, this is still kind of not exactly where you want to be in terms of distance, but it's getting close. All right, now you're more or less where you want to be to start the orbit. Baby Snake, turn my prismatic shields back on. This is where you would also be repairing and whatnot, but I don't think we need to spend the time with a Cyclops. But all right, now let's give it the kind of like downright acceleration you want. You're going way too fast to begin an orbit. Look at your speed. Keep an eye on your speed. 450 should be 250. You're twice the speed you want to be to begin the orbit. Slow down. Slow down, but keep that angular momentum. Slow down while keeping that velocity going down and right. All right. Use the velocity in the vector that you want to begin the orbit. All right, so you're still a bit fast, but getting close to something that's reasonable.
I guess I don't know how to quite slow down that then properly without getting too slow. Maybe I'm not sure.
All right, so now you're in orbit range. Like you kind of swung past you, so like
the swarm's I'm gonna dodge the swarm real quick. Okay.
As long as you keep moving, the swarm isn't gonna do very much to you, other than just being annoying. So now your orbit stalled. This is like where I would say just boost away and try again. Boost away and try again. But again, the thing is, there's a rhythm to all of this. There's a smoothness and there's an elegance to all of this. And it's not just about doing things as fast as you can. In fact, trying to do things as fast as you can often works against you. Like, you want to do things as smoothly and precisely and consistently as you can. Controlling your velocity, controlling your vector, controlling your respective position. Control is more important than velocity and reaction. Right. All right, this is good. This is good. This is good. You're still going a bit too far backwards. So again, give it some thrust right and down. Like, but you're good. This is a decent insertion. You can open fire now. There you go. After you're done with this, I'll tell you another thing I noticed. All right, cool. You got that heart. So you are using roll, not intentionally.
Correct. I know. I almost want to bolt my joystick.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you, again, if you like, roll is used to adjust your vector deliberately, or if you need to quickly catch up on the intercept of it, just kind of like swung right past you, then you can roll and pitch to kind of close the gap more quickly. But right now you end up stalling because you're basically going down and right, but as you're going down and right, you're spinning. So your down and right ends up being just backwards because all the down and right thrust you're giving it kind of ends up canceling each other out because you're spinning. Like, if you spin, you also need to change the vector you're using. So if you're kind of going down and right, and you give it a 90-degree turn, then you just got to go right. If you give it another degree turn, you got to go down and up at this point. So, like, again, there needs to be like a cohesive, like roll and the lateral thrust you use kind of go hand in hand. It's a little bit like when you're driving a car and you're using the gas pedal together with the steering. Like if you floor it, you're not going to be able to steer like completely because you're going to lose traction and you're going to go straight. So basically, if you're going to floor it, you got to straighten the wheel, and if like you kind of lift it off the gas, then you can give it more. You can give it more steer. It's the same thing here when you're kind of spinning versus not spinning. Like if you're spinning, you kind of like need to adjust your lateral and vertical direction as well. Otherwise, you're just going to end up going backwards and stall. My suggestion is try not to roll. Or if you do roll, try to adjust and counter the roll so that you're not just spinning. Because it is a lot harder to orbit if you're just randomly spinning.
And I think it's just I think it's my part of my I twist. I needed my dead zone it maybe for now. I make it really slow. It's just I think it's part of my habit from the old flight controls I had.
Yeah. Like one of those things can be can use adjustment. But either way, like right now, it's like if you notice you're spinning and it's not intentional, correct it and counter the spin. All right, give it an insert. Like we're very close, but you know I think this is the last hard. It should be very easy. Right? All right, velocity is a bit fast, but not bad. You're going somewhat backwards, and now hold off because it's rearming. So this is not a good time to insert. Right. All right, now you can try again. So this was just the rightmost insert, like which was a little bit loose, but not terrible. All right, this is good. This is you're in a good position here. If you want to open fire, it's good. This is good. Keep giving laterals. Keep giving laterals. Too fast.
Just can't get this.
You had the shot a few times.
The charging, but having to hold that when I click it, it's on the dot, and then it's not on the dot when it's gonna fire, and it screws me up every time.
Yeah, I mean in general, like you don't want to get on the dot and then start charging. You want to start charging as you're going towards the dot. It's very hard. It's very hard to stay on the hard. It's easier if you're moving, like swiping over it. If you're swiping over it, it's actually easier than.
Ask you the timing of the charger for the Gauss down.
Yeah. And for the orbit speed, Corvus, it's not so much about the 70% of a throttle, because it's not about how much acceleration you're giving it. It's about your actual velocity, right? The ideal orbit velocity for like orbiting goids that go 450, like the Cyclops, is around 250 to 300. So that's the velocity you want. Whatever throttle setting gives you 250 to.
Oh crap!
Yeah, gonna get zapped. It's fine. Use the lighting. Right in the lighting. Get that hard and see. You can probably finish it off after you eat the lighting. Well, it broke the connection. Hit it. Hit it. There you go. Shoot. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Yeah, almost. Almost.
I'm just.
You
mean mod charge? It'd be dead an hour ago. Sorry.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's not. The point is not. Yeah, the point is not to kill a Cyclops. The point is like.
Yeah, it's the fundamentals. I know. That's what I'm trying to get better at. It just feels weird to be this bad at something when I can do a Medusa. You know what I mean? It's weird. Or I did a Medusa solo and I've done a dual Hydra.
Again, you know, the good or bad thing is like proving that you can kill Medusa. I mean, it's an accomplishment for sure, but like it says only so much about how good you are at controlling a ship in Elite, and so. Well,
I understand that. a little frustrating, I guess, is all. Man.
Well, look, man, like, you're doing reasonably well. I think there's a number of things you're doing pretty well. I think your fine aim is a lot better than you talked about it. Like, based on what you were telling me, I thought it was going to be a lot worse. I thought you were going to have a really hard time settling your aim, and that is absolutely not the case. Pretty good job, actually, at settling your aim.
I feel like I guess I feel like I have trouble settling my aim anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's not super fine precise, but it's reasonably good.
It is only. I guess I should be a little easier on myself. It's only been 10 days since I changed the control scheme. So
this is yeah, no man, this is not bad at all. I again, you said it so it sounded like it was going to be a lot worse than this. My suggestion, as having observed this, is like a few things. Like, for one, I think the number one thing is slow down. Right? Take your time on beginning of the fight. Take your time on the insertions. Like, smooth, slower, slow down the velocity of a ship. Use boost only as a last resort. Work on your insertions, because inserting well is half of the battle, man. If you get a good insertion, everything else becomes easy. If you're kind of flailing about to start, then no matter how good your aim is, it's gonna be rough. So that's probably the biggest piece of advice. And the second piece of advice is roll, right? It's okay if you roll, but you need to adjust your lateral vertical thrust if you are going to roll and continue sustaining an orbit. Otherwise, you're going to stall going backwards, because your down right thrust is going to cancel each other out as you spin. And then, yeah, if you get yourself in a backwards kind of stall, then it sucks. So those are two things to try, man. But again,
I'll keep practicing.
Don't be too hard on yourself. This is a lot better than I thought it was going to be based on your personal self-description. It's good stuff.
I don't know. I don't think I'm good, but I don't think I'm bad. I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah.
The problem is the tower I'm looking at is you're really good. So like I put you as the goal, and so compared to that, I feel very bad. And I understand you've been playing a long time, and I've been playing a long time, but not Thargoids, because I killed a Cyclops when they first existed in a Type 10, and we just face tanked them because that's all you could do back then.
Yeah,
but that was 7 years ago, I think, right? Like that was a long time ago.
I mean,
I stopped playing for a while.
There's always a better pilot, no matter how you see it. So, I think the goal you should set is your own, not someone else's.
Well, the goal is get good enough to do this in the good ships, so I can start using the bad ships to then do the 4 like we talked about. Because
it's gonna take time, but if you're committed, again, I'm very glad to help you.
I've been.
All right,
grinding. I've been out here grinding, as you can hopefully see. Anyway.
Thanks for joining us on stream, and for
no problem.
Being
thanks for the help
and doing all of this with an audience, which is, by the way, always harder. It's always harder when you know that there's more eyeballs kind of staring at what you're doing. I totally get that. So appreciate.
Hopefully some other pilots that think they can, they're too scared to try it. Everybody kind of sucks at some point, so you might as well give it a shot. Well, thanks for helping me out. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Keep at it, and I'm sure we're gonna see terrific progress pretty soon. I'm gonna go back to my building out the Type 11, and I'll talk to you later.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Thank you. Have a good day, sir.
All right, so back to Elite. I don't know why, by the way, like it keeps messing about with my screen settings. No idea why. Hopefully this is gonna proper. All right. Welcome to the stream, Iki. Good to have you. Hey, Kalidos. Please explain how to do a proper insertion, please, for a millionth time. I mean, I can explain it, but the reality is it's so much kind of better to show it and demonstrate it rather than to explain it. And right now, I'm nowhere near an interceptor. I'm at Shinded's kind of building up Corsair, which is really designed to be a Type 11. So Hey, Cluis. Bye, Tariq. Thanks for joining. Yeah, this is OBS. And so, yeah, so we have... we said a medium and 3 small guardian gauss. So I'll put small guardian gauss here. Wing up and strike indeed, especially on October 11, when we go out to the California Nebula for a player-driven consumer community goal. You're welcome, Dankus Phantom. Again, thanks for being willing to do this on stream. Yeah, October 11 we have an event that we just launched. Posted in the chat so everybody has it. Here. Mine goys not roids indeed. Hey Alec Brown, I still have not attempted to fight Pago myself. Hope to learn a lot from the tutorial videos. Well, hopefully they're helpful. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Saturday, some people need to work. Unfortunately, it is the day that kind of works better for a lot of our people. Alright, so what do we need to get? Let's see. Power plant, I think a power plant is a 6, so we should get a 6A. 6A. Sell the old one. And then thrusters, I think it's type 11 has class 5, right? Class 5, so 5A. Frameshift drive, we have 5, so I'll put a 5 SCO. We're not gonna do a super fancy version for, I think this ship I'm practically never gonna use. Live support, so this one, whatever. This one, the ship has a 3D, but these are things that I can engineer remotely and it doesn't matter. The power distributor is a class 7, which for like the type 11 is kind of significantly overpowered, which means the ship is not going to fly 024 in combat. It's going to fly 033 in terms of pips, because you don't need 4 pips to fire 1 medium and 3 small Gauss cannons on a class 7 distro, which means you can put more pips in engine, which makes the ship more agile and faster, which is a good thing. And then sensors, again, we'll put a D here, but we're not going to bother engineering this. So in terms of opera engineer, so there's a 5D repair limpet controller, which goes in the special slot of the ship. Wonderful spammers on Twitch. I wonder why, like, Twitch still has this. How do you use it? Timeout. Ban. 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 Boom. So, where were we? Yeah, so this stuff. Replace module, why can't I sell it? It's in use? What am I carrying? Limpets? Am I carrying limpets? Yeah, limpets. Alright, let's get rid of limpets. Back into outfitting. Alright, so we got our weapons. Again, we might use the big gun or not, depending on its characteristics. These are utilities. I think this will go with 4 Cirrus heat sinks. I don't think there's really anything but 4 serious heat sinks that's useful in a fight against the Hydra. This is set, so we're doing optional. So now we can get rid of this class 4, and we can instead get a class 6 cargo rack, which is what we're gonna use. And then we're gonna have a class 5 MRP model reinforcement package. And then 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 HRPs. These we'll need to engineer. It's gonna take a lot of mats, but it's fine. No scanner because I kind of don't really need a scanner. And having 4 additional sinks, 5 additional sinks actually, is very handy. Very handy. No, I don't want this on a HRP. And I think a third one, class 5, right? 5, 1, 2, 3, and then a class 4 HRP. Then a class 3 HRP. And then a class 2 AFMU. And 2 additional MRPs. I want to kind of store some of this stuff because I can just store it. I don't need to I don't need to carry it with me and just kind of attack my jump range. MRP, model reinforcement package. Where is it? Model reinforcement. Class 1. And class 1. Note I am not buying a fighter hangar because fighters are useless. So I'm not buying a fighter hangar. The only thing fighters are useful is joyriding. They're fun, but that's about it. These we don't need to engineer, so we can store them. I think I have the FMU, which I can also store, but it's fine. These I do need to all engineer, so these I'm carrying with me. And then I probably want a fuel scoop. And I want a FSD booster to go places. Flight assist, FSD boosters, there we go. Alright, so now we can go places. We have a scoop, we can... Oh, I should probably turn the game volume on again. It's like, this is like some stuff I just need to adjust, but now we have it sorted. Alright, so now we have a ship. Now we just gotta basically engineer stuff and then go on the experimental tour and the purchase tour for the serious heat sinks, which are not available at Shindaz. So FSD, again, this is probably the least important thing. Might even just do G3 because complete waste of mats. Oh, I do need it to get around, so maybe it's not such a complete waste of mats. Yeah, it's fine. I don't want to spend my data mine wake exceptions. These are annoying to get. These are generally fine. Maybe we'll just use these. Up to G4. Power distributor is definitely charge enhanced. And by the way, guys, if I'm picking up on anything that doesn't make sense or that I got my data wrong, please correct me so I don't waste materials for no reason. I think I have the materials I generally need. Alright, so we got this to G5. Hull reinforcement packages, engines. Let's do engines first. Definitely dirty drives. I really wish there was an engineer to G5 button. Like, this is just so frustrating. Alright. Dirty drives. Plant. I think we're going armored. There really isn't a need to go low emissions in a one-on-one solo fight. Not to mention the fact that you probably don't want a low emission. How fast is the Type 11 again? I actually don't know. You guys tell me. I presume not particularly fast, but I don't know that for a fact. One thing that I don't know if I have materials to engineer entirely to G5 is the hull reinforcement packages, because they just so... These I don't need because I'm even not gonna transfer over. This I don't need, so this is all engineered. Now the question is hull reinforcement packages, how far can we go with those? Let's see. Even if we get them to G4, it's gonna be fine. I think I did fill up on core dynamic composites though, so I might actually be able to get these to G5. See in a moment. $93, and we need how many? Like 6 each. Five each. Yeah, we should be good. I know this is peak gameplay, right? Is a chieftain still a good starter build? Asks Alec Brown. Yeah, still a good starter build. It's a great ship to learn in. Great Mark II is like, I mean, better. It's hard to talk about better because The Chieftain is a better ship to learn in, I would argue. Like, once you get good at it, the Crate is more capable ship than the Chieftain for many of the use cases of AX nowadays, but it is a harder ship to learn in, so which one is better? It depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to learn AX, the Chieftain still is probably one of the best learning ship there is. Okay, Alex205, welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, power play is also, like, the one-tone trading is also peak gameplay. Hi. It really should not take 10 minutes to do this for the entire ship. It's like really frustrating. Two more to go. I'm gonna check our experimental loops. Well, I like it, Ballas. It's like, you know, you're the fourth or fifth person who mentions that they're enjoying it. This is an album we just published called Peace for Mankind. I'll put the link in the chat once more for those who just joined. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It was something I originally created specifically for streaming, and so many people kept saying that they really liked it that I'm like, okay, well, maybe we should publish this stuff. And so we did. That's cool. Thank you, Sexy Pants. It's a very different style than the previous albums we released, which were power metal. This is more like synthwave. As a kind of interim, really, album between the war and what's gonna be next, while we enjoy a time of relative peace in the galaxy. My two favorite songs, or two favorite tracks in the album are the first one, Friendship Drive Engaged, and then the Neutron Superhighway. Actually, we play the Neutron Superhighway. We hold the Neutron Superhighway. This is the one. I'll give it some more volume. Like, it's soft to begin with. Since we're doing peak gameplay here anyway. It. Alright, time to go put the experimentals on and get those hero heatsinks. Spirit of Laelapse and the 8-6 Centauri. System of great significance for those who fought in the Pirate War, as it is the staging point of human forces in defense of Shinrada Desra's invasion. Cut the volume a little bit now. Go back to chatting as we're up in space. And here we are talking about Neutron Superhighway. I think that might actually be a white dwarf. I don't think that's a neutron star. White dwarfs are tricky. Because like the one is not a little too soft, I think. Something like this. So we're gonna pick up 4 serious heat sinks here, and then we're gonna continue on our tour to get the experimentals up. Take us to Dayshat first, and then cook. Speed this up a little. Dark out here. Well, we dock. Let's set a course for Dayshat. Go see our friend Felicity Farseer. Yeah, 3 jumps to go. What's our jump range on this ship? Should be pretty decent. 47? Yeah, that's pretty decent. This is one of the other things that is annoyingly slow, and you have to kind of do it manually. You have to buy each of these individually. It's also under hard points, because technically utilities are sort of tiny hard points. That's what they're classed in the game as. You have to do it 4 times. These are pretty expensive, but worth every penny as far as materials are concerned. They're so good. They have more capacity and weight less than their normal engineered counterpart. There's really nothing not to like about Cirrus heatsinks. They're one of the best modules in the game for AX. Alright, so we bought 4. Now we should be able to mount the 4 on the ship. Go, and now we continue our engineering tour. We have a course set already, I believe. Dayshat. Hey, hi. It's like, well, we're in Shinde's here. It's like, there's fewer people probably around here. They should usually has a group of people. Woo! I don't want to boost. I get too close to the asteroid. I'm gonna get mass locked by the asteroids. I'm not gonna be able to jump. So hopefully I can get far enough. Yeah, should be good. Boosting that. Rolling. Two jumps. I mean, I've heard good things, Clueless, about the VKB Gladiator, but I'm a mouse and keyboard kind of guy myself, so I'm not the right guy to ask about joysticks. Go. All right, where is Police D? Class C or ink. They're not inexpensive, I heard, too. Like, but I guess, you know, you certainly get what you pay for. Oh, 7 engineering. Hunting them. As there's always gankers in day shit in open play, almost always. To try glide skipping. You guys know what glide skipping is? Skipping the glide phase by going in straight down and disengaging the boost FSD right before dropping. See if I can do it. It's kind of dark. Hard to do glide skipping in the dark. It's like hard. Hard is a big word. It's like harder, I guess, than doing it normally. Ooh, I'm coming in a little bit too. I did glide skip. It did work, but I'm probably a bit far because I was coming in from an angle, so yeah. Well, no, I'm perfect actually. Right where I wanted to be. Cool. Yeah, perfect. This is glide skipping. Glide skipping can save quite a bit of time. Set our next target while we dock here is going to be Cook. It's actually the farthest distance to travel. Well, actually no, it's only 4 jumps. Nice. Alright, let's get some of the experimentals up. Is there a chance that the Fargo would wind up becoming a threat again? To be honest, I never really able to fight Fargo's Predator here. And I had a lot of fun during the original assault. Yeah, it's pretty awesome event. We can only hope that we can take the war to them after they took the war to us. That would be my hope. Drag drives. Mass manager. Spread. Sensors. I don't need to do sensors. I think we are good with Felicity. Time to put the experimental on our hardware. Not hardware. Hardware enforcement packages. It's gonna be the next stop. Crazy how fast the Corsair goes even with class 5 drive. This is like 2 sizes smaller than this size the fastest the ship should be running. Ah! And we're boosting to 530. Crazy. Cool. Hey Mutsi, by the way, welcome to the stream. Next jump is Cook. Yeah, that was good. I mean, I played No Man's Sky for a little bit, which, as expected, kind of like took, you know, hold of my interest for a week or a couple weeks. But that was it. They did some cool things where the game is incredibly shallow. Right? It still is incredibly shallow in terms of like mechanics of the game. It's fun to build your own ship though. That is fun, I have to say. Right. There he is. There we go. Prospect his ass. One medium and 3 small. Alright. So not a lot. That's a short answer. Doable, everything's doable. Most everything's doable. Be trying glide skipping here as well. Yeah, I've heard really horrible things about the VKB software. I've also seen a few things about how it works, and it's really not intuitive at all. In order to glide skip, you need to come down like on the destination as vertical as possible, which is about this, like 90-degree range. And then you want to be 200 kilometers per second or less while kind of going down in range, and then you're gonna accelerate towards the end, which is now, and disengage. Boom. Kill your throttle, and here we are. Dock in progress. Pretty amazing, huh? Glide skipping is such a time saver. And while we are here, we can set a course to our final destination for our engineering trip, which is Weird. Weird. Which is a lot more close by. Actually, 1 jump away only. Very nice. Get the experimentals on here. So we have an engineered arm, but we have a bunch of hard reinforcement packages that need deep plating on them. First one's done. Second one's done. Third one's done. Fourth one is done. Fifth one. I think this might be the last one. There you go. Was it 5 total? Yeah, I think so. 5. Alright. So we did that. Our armor doesn't need anything because like we're not again using this as a didn't realize this engineer had color graphics. Nice. And now we have to head to weird for a power distributor, and I don't know if there's anything else left besides our power distributor. Yeah, I think that's it. Have to gonna like boost away. Got to kind of pull up my also talking about controls, my controls overlay. There it is. Top right of the screen now should be visible. 07 Julian on the Crusade, welcome to the stream. Yeah, backing up your configs. So every time you plug in a new control device, Elite does weird things and can really mess up your controls. Black hide. Very close. Do we have premium ammo for this stuff, by the way? I think so. Yeah, plenty. Also with the squadron bonus, you get twice as many, which is nice. Again, we're trying to glide skip, so we're trying to come in at like as vertical an angle as possible. Here it's not going to be particularly vertical, but whatever. I think it actually is pretty good. Yeah, it's good enough. Seems to be a bigger planet, so like getting it some additional speed. Full speed as possible. Dropping. Perfect. Perfect drop. Oh, why did it boost me away? Autopilot, what are you doing? Autopilot got confused.
Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 04.
I should have landed manually. It would have been fast. And after this, I think we head back to Shindad's. I think we're done with our engineering tour. And pick up our Mandalay, and then we need to ship and we need to head to the Pleiades to ship this ship and the other modules down. Actually, we don't even need to ship the modules, we can actually put them on the ship because we're done with like the actual tour. Alright, black-eyed. Power distributor, super conduits. And we are done. Our Type 11, soon to be Type 11, has been fully engineered and is about to be shipped down to the Pleiades. I didn't even have 4-piston engine. This thing goes 550 with 2 size smaller drives. Insane. Pleiades Nebula, I mean, the Pleiades in general is like such a remarkable location. It's like effectively the home of the Anti-Xeno Initiative and the Xeno Strike Force. To this day, remains the primary hunting ground for commanders who are beginning their journey in Anti-Xeno combat, with Asterope and Stereope 2 being the most popular locations at this time for solo Anti-Xeno combat. Which is probably also where I'm gonna go for Type 11. This is Hydra. This Jameson Memorial. There we go. A little bit too much. We gave it a little bit too much gas. Good chance we might overshoot and have to go back if Super Cruise doesn't break us. Which it didn't. That was worth a shot. Yeah, there's plenty of XO7AXI systems all around. James Memorial. From Bravo Echo.
Station services are at your disposal. Permission authorized. Descent directly from A to 0. You are approved for automated docking.
For the upcoming mining CG, can I pre-mine the materials and store them in my carrier, or will they lose the mining bonus? So generally, you can't store things on a carrier when they are mined for a community goal. You might be able to fill up a cutter, though, without selling the materials, and then selling them when the CG goes live for a bit of a head start. That you might be able to do, and that might work. By the way, no guarantee that it will work. It might. If you pre-mine it from the system and then sign up for the CG and turn it in, I think the game will know where it's from, but I don't think a game is gonna keeping track of like when you mined it, though it might. So, you know, do it at your risk and peril. Do it at your risk and peril. Also, I'm not sure how the money's going to be. Like, even with 6x the value, like, I don't know what the credits per hour of laser mining are going to be. It should be reasonably good. Should be reasonably good. Finally, because, like, it was really bad. Laser mining has been really bad for a while. Alright, so we made it. Let's sell the utilities we had. Let's bring back the stuff that we actually needed. Just 2 class 1 MRPs here. And a class 5 MRP. Alright, this ship, I think, is ready to be shipped. Yeah, this is all good. 1 medium, 3 small. Perfect. My Type 11 is ready to head down to Pleiades Nebula, and the easiest way to do that is to take my taxi and head there, and then ship the ship. As my carrier is a little bit out of the way right now. But the good thing is, with a Mandalay, it's a really quick journey to Copernicus. Really quick, like 6 jumps. Should be even less. What is the jump range of a ship? Sort of 78, 83 unladen, but I'm not really laden. Is that just fuel I'm carrying? Maybe. Alright. Yeah, it sounds like everyone's kind of agreeing on the, you know, do it at your own risk, kind of pre-mining, open mining CG. Yeah, mining with pirates around is certainly more interesting than just staring at a rock for hours on end. I agree. And welcome to the stream, Matthew, by the way. Yeah, there's some of that Christian too. I don't know how that will play out. We'll see. The thing is, we can make our own fun, which is why we have announced the event for October 11th. I bought a mini controller today, by the way. A mini Bluetooth controller, as I got an emulator working on my iPhone, and I finally managed to kind of like load some of the old games that I used to play a very long time ago. And the funny thing is, like, my 2-year-old son found this one, and he suddenly decided it was his. Like, it's like, well, it's upside down, by the way. It's super cute. It's like super tiny, but my hands, like, as you can see, it's just convenient because you can carry it around. But like, in my 2-year-old son, it's actually almost like a regular sized gamepad, and he was like, "Mine, not daddy's, mine." It was very funny. Right. As you can see, I claimed it back eventually, but he had it for most of the day. Right. Oops. Kind of pondering if I should jump my carrier over to Pleiades or should keep it in the overall Orion sort of like area. I mean, I'm kind of gotten somewhat bored of like what the whole Orion saga, Territora saga is supposed to be. It's like they dragged it on way too long with really nothing basically to see, or practically nothing to see. Heatsink here. That's a cool thing, is that you can actually fuel scoop while you're jumping, if you are in fuel scoop range of a star. So like you kind of arrive with a fuel, with a like full fuel tank. kinda. Two jumps to Asteropy. By the way, I'm kind of wondering what happened to the music. Good question. What happened to the music? Somehow I paused it. I have no idea how I ended up pausing it, but back it is. By the way, I should update the music command to say of 3 music albums. Like now it's 3. Actually, let me do it now. Dreambot. Peace. Mankind. Set a course for Copernicus here, and then I'll finish updating that. Three music albums. Right. Actually, I have to break it down into two.
Sorgan Peterson, Uniform Bravo, Echo. Thank you for choosing our station, Commander. We hope you find everything to your liking.
Apologies. Ooh. Alright, I think we fixed that. The music command prints all 3 of the albums.
Automated docking initiated.
This is actually probably my favorite of the whole album. Friendship Drive Engaged. Alright. Arriving Asteropy. Let's ship the Corsair.
Dispatched. Good to have you with us, Commander.
1 hour, 14 minutes. I can tell you that already. There it is. 2 million. And it's on the way. Do I need to ship anything else? I don't think so. I think this is it. we are ready to go. As soon as Monday rolls around and Type 11 is released. I may need to buy arcs though. Like, how many arcs is a Type 11 going to be? Arcs. Hey, Event Saidoi, welcome to the stream. Galactic Edition is 60,000 arcs. Whoa. What is the regular edition? I don't think that Terry's story is connected to the Fargreaves at all. I mean, it's an exobiology kind of story. I doubt it's connected to the Fargreaves, but you never know. Can't find out like how many arcs this thing is gonna cost. Features. Galactic Edition is like again 60,000 arcs. But I'm not getting that one for sure. Arcs, $36 US. It's not expensive. Hey Perro, welcome to the stream. Bienvenido. Baseline Type 11 and I'm failing at it. Like Type 11 Prospector Arcs price. It's gonna be less than 60,000. Okay, the basic ship pack is 16,520, I think. Yeah. So 16,200 and blah. And I have 2,000 and blah. So I need like 16,000 arcs. So let's see how much this is gonna set me out of pocket. Elite Dangerous Arcs Store. 17,000 blah blah blah. Yeah, this is $13. Alright. $13 it is. Because trying to like buy arcs when a new ship releases usually doesn't work. Or more often than not encounters like issues. Thank you for your purchase. My arc balance is now 20,000 something something. Let's see if these have been show up in game. Yep, 20,000. All right, we're ready to buy the Type 11. We have the modules on their way, about an hour away from here, and everything else is good to go. Yeah, Shojin A, an exobiology scientist. Yeah, I'm not sure if that is related. Maybe wrong, but yeah, this year was boring for sure. Which is why, again, we're making our own events, because the official events are just way too boring. But hopefully, like, some of the stuff we do will be fun. I think it'll be fun. So one thing that, like, what is the range of subsurface mining missile? I don't know that, by the way, they're available here. Mines, mining tools, subsurface displacement missiles. It doesn't really say what their range is. Like, this is the only thing that, like, I think might be worthwhile to kit onto a Type 11 Prospector if their range is not terrible. I'm trying to see if I can shoot the station from like a certain distance and see like how far it goes, but I would have to do it outside of a no fire range unless I can start shooting penalties and stuff like that. Like, mining laser has a range of 500 meters, which is terrible. Abrasion blaster, same thing. This is useless for AX. Seismic charge launcher. I think this one also has a range that is like incredibly low. I actually don't know how far the seismic charge launcher fires. An interesting one. What I was trying to kind of figure out is like whether you could fit some of the kind of like some useful stuff to kind of like the Type 11 slots. Like putting 2 subsurface missiles, if the range is not terrible, might do something. Like let you drop the shield somewhat faster, I guess. Yeah, and it's like even if I did put these onto a Type 11, it would make very little difference. Like the explosive damage sucks against shields, and shot speed is fine, but not amazing. Yeah, no, not worth it. Not worth the bother. All right, folks, that's it for today. I think we have what we need come Monday for the Type 11 to go and take down a Hydra. So we'll be doing that when the Type 11 releases. Beyond that, as mentioned in the announcement we made today, we're going to be recording some videos about making a beginner-friendly Corsair with no engineering to start and with gradual engineering thereafter, so that even complete newbies and newcomers to Antiques in Combat can get started and join this event and still have fun, which I think is entirely possible. And then we'll be putting out also some additional briefing for the event in terms of like what product groups to join and how to prepare in terms of like setting primes off and setting up port forwarding. Like all this stuff is just good hygiene for everybody to have the best possible event. So stay tuned for that as well. And glory to mankind. Come on to mankind. Over and out.